Hey everyone,
Hey everybody.
we are back with 25 things that we've learned in the last 25 years of marriage, and we are on number 20.
We
You
are
can believe it,
on
number
number
20.
20.
And so today's topic is live balanced. And that's when we're talking about whether we're talking about our God time, family time, ministry, work, figuring out our relationship, how to keep it all in balance. Because as soon as you let something get out of balance, it can cause problems in your relationship. For example, you let too much work time get in the way of your relationship, it's going to cause problems, resentment towards work. Sometimes if you let too much ministry get in the way of your relationship, it's going to cause problems and even sometimes a resentment of the ministry and the ministry work that is good, but causing a problem between you and your spouse.
Balance. So when Trent and I first got married, Trent has always worked in Dallas, and he would always go to work in Dallas, and I always worked close to the kids so that we could stay in balance. And whenever Trent would come home, he would help with the kids, and that helped me keep balance and not resent the fact that Trent works all the way in Dallas. I can say that I never had an issue being the person that made sure that the kids got to school and got back home, because Trent, whenever he would come from work from Dallas, he would just come in and help. And so the kids would never even think of the idea of resenting the fact that dad worked somewhat far away, because he was always there and always involved. Sometimes when dads are, like, maybe not just dads, if they work like a hard job, they come home and they sit down and they are not involved in the family. And so then it's like the body is there, but the person and the relationship is missing. And that becomes a problem because they're not engaging with the family, be it the wife and be it the children.
Right. And then a lot of times the other thing we want to make sure is that we just don't put things ahead of the order that they should be in. God time, our time, family time, ministry time, work time. And just making sure that she's not taking second place to something that should be behind after her. So if it's always like, hey, I need you to do such and such. No, I gotta head down to that church. I gotta do this, that, and the other. You're just gonna have to wait. Or
some of us can do so much church work that we don't have anything to give to our family. And it's not that it's a bad thing, it's a great thing. However, if your family is not getting what they need, then church,
it's a balance problem.
work, ministry can become a problem.
Right. So it's always making sure that you are examining your priorities and making sure that they're not out of balance, because they may be in balance one year and then all of a sudden something happens and it kind of pulls things off, and you got to rearrange things and make sure that you're giving the proper priority to your spouse, giving the proper priority to your kids. Maybe you don't do enough work and you need to add more work to your work, and your spouse would understand that you need to go and do more work. You're not doing enough work.
When you say work, you're talking about work at their job or actually work in the relationship? Because some people need to do some more work in the relationship, and some of them are running away, being busy, so that they don't have to face what's really going on in the relationship.
I think it depends on you.
Okay.
So.
All right. Are we ready for the scripture?
Scripture.
All right. The scripture for today is 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, well balanced, and self-disciplined. Be alert and cautious at all times. That enemy of yours, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, fiercely hungry, seeking someone to devour. But resist him, be firm in your faith against his attack, rooted, established, unmovable, knowing that the same experiences of suffering are being experienced by brothers and sisters throughout the world. So be prepared. And being prepared, you have to figure out how to keep a balance in your relationship so that the devil doesn't have opportunity to get into your relationship. And he uses even good things to get in the way. Because if someone feels like I'm being neglected and I'm not getting time because of this, and it could be good things, then there comes a problem.
So do what you have to do. If that means scheduling specific time, this is when we spend our time together. You have this, and it's unmovable. Somebody might want to try and schedule something over that time. Nope, not happening. That's our time, and we're not going to move it. This is my time with the kids. This is where we have quality family time. This is when we go on vacation. This is when we do things. And when you make those things solid and everything else, this is my time with God. Everything else has to fit around that schedule. And if it doesn't work, those are the things that are out, not the time that you have together as a family and as a couple.
Yes, those things are secondary. But if you have something that comes up, you can ask the other person out of respect of their time if they are willing to allow you to do whatever. And they do have the option to say no. And you don't want to be asking them all the time, can somebody else have your time? Because to them, or maybe, and maybe this is just the way I think, it could be, well, they're not putting me as priority because they're always trying to take my time and give it to somebody else. So you got to be careful of that. So the challenge for this week is to sit down and talk about how you make sure that your schedule, your life is balanced. You might need to just kind of analyze, go back and think about the course of the week. What do you do to make sure that you have a balanced relationship? You might need to make some adjustments.
And don't be afraid to ask your spouse if there's an area that they feel you're out of whack in, that you're out of balance in. They may be able to see it easier than you can see it, and they'll tell you. And be open to listening, be open to hearing, and be open to making the adjustments you need to make.
And that's true. Other people usually can see you better than you can see yourself. So they might be able to tell you a lot better if you're balanced or not. Because some of us can be oblivious and not have any clue that we're out of balance.
Okay.
All right.
So that's number 20, be or live. So that's number 20, live balanced.
Live balanced.
All right.
Tip 20. All right. Y'all have a blessed one.
Have a great week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.